This is LA Guns with the missing piece from my buddy Jason. And dude, this is such a cool song, man. I really, LA Guns, obviously I've heard of them. I think most rock players have, but never really listened to them. And I hear a lot of Randy Rhoads in this guitar player. I know it's acoustic on the intro, just snapped a string. Don't have the extra D string, so I've got to do this on the electric. But the tuning is flat on this, and man, is it a beauty. Just a really killer song. This is the second one you've had me do from LA Guns where they were songs I hadn't heard and just really kind of floored. So on this, finger picking, we're going to go 2A, 3B over here. Pluck those together. It's a hold as you play G, D, and B. Now when you play the B, it's an open at the end here. Think of it as a transition note to the next chord. So that's basically our G/B, A with the C sharp bass. We're going to go 4A and then second fret barred on the D, G, and B. And hit the A and B string again together. And then G and D. So just like the other chord. And then 5B, that's another and then the next one is a D. Go 2G, 3B, 2E, and then this one's a little different on the picking. We'll go DG, and then I like to use my middle on this, but you can experiment with fingering for your picking hand. The 2 on the high E, hammer the 3rd fret, and pull off to the 2nd. So it's, and then the 3B. Keep in mind it's a hold, so you should still hear the prior notes in that. You don't want it to be, it'll cut all the beautifulness out of it. Next one, open E up here and open high E over here. And we're going to hit those together and then go open B and G, 4th fret D. So we have, let's try it again. Oops. And then 3A. Follow the fingering in your tabs. 1B and 3E. It's a C major with a high G note. Go A and G. I'll do my thumb for both those. And then index middle, I'm going to pluck the 1st and 2nd string. And then back to the open G. And then open D. This is a D major chord. 2nd fret high E, pluck, hammer 3, pull 2. And then 3B, 2G. Once again, that's a hold, and you'll see that notated, you know, with the darker line in the tabs. 2A, 4D. It's the Alone Again chord from Dokken. And you're going to go straight down from string 6 to string 1 and back up to string 3. Double dots, start it over. Second time, no star. Right here it changes. You're going to go to G with the B bass, so it's 2A, 3rd fret B and E. And on this chord, go A, G, E and B together, and then open G again. So in reality, you've got this. Let's see. Same thing here. It's kind of a Zeppelin-y thing. It's a G with a B flat bass. You're just taking the root, moving it a half step down, really. So go to 1A, do the same thing on your strings. So think of it like this. Let's see. Then bar the 2nd fret, D string through the high E, and pinky 5 on the high E. We're going to go A, D. These 2 fingers, we're going to pluck strings 1 and 2, and then hit the G string. So we have, and then loving this here, back to some Randy-ish stuff. 2nd fret D string, and then 3rd finger bar the 3rd fret on the last 3 strings, the G, the B, and the high E. And we'll go D, G, E, B together, finish off on the G. A lot of consistent for the most part with the picking, you know. And then this next one, 1D, just barred all the way down to the high E. Go to the 2nd fret G, and then 3rd fret high E. It's a Diary of a Madman chord. Okay, so you have open E, 2A, 4D, open G, open B. Actually, open E, 2A, 4D, open G, and the E and B together. Boom, like that. So we had. It's just amazing, man. I love it. Epic. Section 2, 29 seconds in. This is still done on acoustic. So, on this, it's open E with the thumb, and then I'm catching the high E down here with the middle at the same time. It's a hold, and then go B and G. And then throw in the 3rd fret high E. 3E to 3E, low E and high E. And then 2 on the high E, hammer 3, pull 2 to 5B. So it's. Okay, think D major on this. Open D, 2nd fret, high E, but use your index. We can kind of change the finger placement a little bit. It'll be. You don't have to do it that way, but. So D and high E together, and then the D by itself, or the high E by itself on the 2nd fret. Hammer 3, pull 2 to 3B, and that's a hold. Open A, 2B, vibrato. So it's. Tesla-ish too, huh? Open A, 2B, then you vibrato a little bit. Open D in passing, and then you start it over for the first chord. And this one. And then it changes. D major. So we're going to play the open D with the 2nd fret on the high E. And then G, B, B. And then pluck the D, B, and E string. But you'll see a up down in your tabs. You're probably thinking, wait, there's no pick here. There isn't, but I wanted to notate it so you know it was played quicker. So it's. Do that again. 2 times, 2nd time no star, which still happens to be that part. In place of that, it's distortion time. Top of page 3. Too much reverb going on. Hold on. Okay. So what you're going to do is a D major to a D2. Again. So open A, open D, 2G, 3B, 2E. You're going to go 4 times. And just lift your middle finger off. That's a D2. And do that 4 times. Again. Wow, this tuning. This comes in at 53 seconds in. Jason, section 3. Barred 2nd fret, D, G, and B. Go down, down, up, down, up. And then take that bar that we're doing, just move it to the 5th fret, and just strum it once. Same concept, but on the 4th fret now. Down, down, up, change to the 3rd fret. Start it over. And then, the end there, 4th fret 7 times on the D, G, and B, 3rd fret, D, G, and B 1 time. So. Okay, I think we're good. Section 4, minute and 4 seconds in. This is cool. Let's see. So in E5, open E2A, you're going to go down, up, change. That change is a G major, 3E muted A, 3B, 3E, strum them. So. Pretty cool little riff here, it's easy to miss. Follow the picking in the tabs, but go G, open, 2G, pull off open, 4D, down up, pull off to 2 and open, so it's there. Into D major, down, up, A. And then this little filler is a little different. You have an A ending and a B ending. Open G, 2G, pull open, open G. 4D, pull to 2, open G. So you have, and then 2 pull off to open on the G to 4D. So slow, it's. Oops. Dang it. So, and it's not really loud in there, but if you listen close, you'll hear that going on. If they're too crazy, just take those out. That'll go 3 times, you know, so you go through the whole E, and then D to A 3 times, and finish it off with a C5 with the octave in it. 3A, 5D, 5G. You're going to strum it. And then D major, standard open position form 4 times. Into E minor, standard E minor, open, 2, 2, open, open, open. So you have a bunch of repeats come in at 1:25, and then 2 minutes 39 seconds in, you'll hear some natural harmonics, 5th fret D and G. So you know how to do those. Okay, that leads us into the next, I think it's the last rhythm section of the song. There might be one more though. No, because I know the solo's coming up. And this is cool too. 2 minutes 43 seconds in. So it's 2A, 4th fret D and G. I like to bar those, but you can use 3 fingers if you want. And then repeat it with an open A string. So, and then love these chords, G and then a G with an F sharp bass. 3E, muted A, open D, open G, 3B. And the next one is a D with an F sharp bass. So you're gonna go 2E, muted A, open D, 2G, 3B. Now the 3B is already there, coming off the G chord. So you got, play the first 2 chords, down, up, on the second time, and then a C major with a G bass, bar the 3rd fret on the E and A string, and then bar the 5th fret on the D, G, and B string. Really fat chord, man. And you're gonna strum that 8 times, no, 16 times, I believe. Let's see. No, it's 8 times, and then you'll go back and start over. So, and then add an extra 8 at the end. So at the end it is 16 times. That's the C with the G bass. Check them individually too, Jason. Right? And then the next new part's the solo. And this starts with octaves. 3 minutes, 6 seconds in. I think I will throw some delay on this. Yeah. 5A, muted D, 7G. We're going to slide it a whole step sharp to 7-9. And then rest. Strum the 7-9, slide to 10-12. And then go 9 and 11. Same strings, they're octaves. Down, down, up, down, up.